On behalf of LIBER, may I welcome you all to London, those who've travelled a long way. I know many people have got up very early this morning to get here for the workshop. We're very grateful for your support. All the workshop sessions are being filmed and recorded, which is why you see a cameraman trying to be incognito in the background. They are going to be recorded, and they will be made available over the web after the meeting for many people who wanted to join us but couldn't. Practical arrangements, I think you probably worked them all out by now. The toilets are either side of the stairs, ladies near the bar, and men the other side of the stairs. There are no planned fire evacuations as tests, so if the alarm does go off, it's probably the real thing. We then follow Ben White, who's the BL resident down there, who will take us out. Basically, it's down the main stairs and into the piazza. So the purpose of the forum today is to look in a bit more detail at the implications of the revolution in research that data-driven science offers. In particular, for today, in terms of text and data mining and the potential of text and data mining to support research and research outputs in Europe, in the European research area. There are a wide number of constituencies represented here in the room today: universities, researchers, library organisations, international organisations, and others. So the point of the workshop is to provide a forum for a wide range of views to be shared and discussed during the day. I wear a number of hats myself. I'm a university librarian here in University College, which is just up the road, the biggest part of the University of London. I'm president of LIBER, which is a grouping of 400 research libraries in Europe. And I'm also a publisher, because UCL has a press, the UCL Press, and we publish journals. And we'll shortly be publishing monographs as well. So I bring a number of different interests myself into today, and I have to remember who I am when evaluating various sorts of views. The baseline for the discussions, I think we should take as the Royal Society report by Geoffrey Bolton, Science as an Open Enterprise. This has been widely read, I know, across Europe, and is in research organisations at any rate, performing the role of a baseline study on which policy development, technical development, and funding programmes can be based. For example, LERU, the League of European Research Universities, is later this year going to publish its roadmap on research data for the 21 research-led universities who are members of the League. And this is taking this report, this roadmap in which many of us are engaged, who are here in the room today. This roadmap will take as its starting point Geoffrey's report, Science as an Open Enterprise. So it is the baseline for the policy development that LERU will be suggesting and the practical developments that LERU will be advocating to research universities. So again, welcome to London, welcome to the British Library, and we look forward to a stimulating day. I now hand over to the chair of the first session, David Hammerstein, who will take the floor from here. David.
Good morning. I'm David Hammerstein. I represent the Transatlantic Consumer Dialogue, which is a coalition of dozens of citizens, mainly consumer organizations on both sides of the Atlantic, of millions of consumers. And we have a strong position in favor of open science, access to data, and we've expressed this on many, many issues. And we're part of this informal coalition that we feel can favor innovation, scientific knowledge, and the public interest in general, which is what we're going to talk about today. I'd like to say that we're at a tipping point. We're at a tipping point. The title of this event is A Perfect Swell, which kind of reminds me of my surfing days, very long time ago. The perfect swell in the sea, and waiting to get that swell. I hope we are on the perfect swell, but I think there's also an undercurrent, and there's what we used to call, when I was small, a riptide, also going in the other direction. And this riptide, let's say, and it's quite strong in the European institutions and among some member states of the European Union, feels that instead of having openness or a flexible system for using data and scientific information, the other option is to have everything be licensed. Everything and more be licensed. And we all know, many of us know what this means for economic reasons. We don't share this point of view, but I think that there is an open debate about where we should go. The tendency outside, among young people especially, I think that is not the tendency. The tendency is towards flexibility, it's towards sharing, it's sure having that massive critical mass that we need to advance science, to advance industry and innovation. That's the general tendency. So our question today is, how can we move forward? How can we make this good for the public common good, but also for industry, for innovation, for new enterprises? And how can we use the digital tools of the digital age to favor a better world for all of us? So that's the general question we're posing today. And I think we have a great group of speakers who are going to respond to that. And the first speaker is Peter Yu. He wrote a very important paper called Bytes and Billions, and how we could stimulate entrepreneurship and innovation in society. This was an official paper for the British government. Wasn't it? It wasn't an independent official paper, I'm sorry. He is the head of the digital government unit of Policy Exchange here in the UK. And the exact name of this paper that had quite a bit of an impact was Bytes and Billions, Blueprint for High Impact or Promotion of Entrepreneurship. Right, exactly. Okay,